returns for home. Unaccounted for down inside. A quarter of a mile between Cigar and a perfect season. Coming down to the last furlong with a 2.5 length lead. And Jerry Bailey calls on Cigar for everything he has. The carrier is awakening second. On the inside, unaccounted for. On the outside, Solo the Manor. And here he is, the unconquerable, invincible, unbeatable Cigar. He has won it, and look at this time over this racetrack, 1:59.
One of the all-time great, indelible moments that we've seen in horse racing, the late Cigar winning the 1995 Breeders' Cup Classic on his way to a perfect season. Welcome into Keeneland Racecourse here in Lexington, Kentucky. Caleb Keller alongside Simon Bray, and as we've talked about to start the show, it's a bit of a somber day for the horse racing community as Cigar has now passed. And Simon, you obviously know him pretty much better than anybody working with Bill Mott. And what are some of your thoughts when you think back to that 1995 season and really just being around the horse in general?
Well, that was the highlight of it, culminated with the Breeders' Cup Classic. I remember that day exceptionally well. I was there in the barn with him about 5 in the morning, and the rain started to come down. He had never raced on a sloppy racetrack, and we were very, very concerned about it. I remember specifically walking out to the training track at Belmont Park, leading Cigar out in pouring rain with Bill Mott on a pony, and he jogged and galloped once around the training track, and Bill Mott said, he's going to be fine, don't worry about it. And the rest was history. It was just a tremendous run. It all started with an allowance race at Aqueduct, and then his second race in the win streak was the Naira Mile, now the Cigar Mile, and I had the fortune of saddling that day while Bill was in Tokyo for the Japan Cup. And yeah, that was the start of the streak. This was one of his, I thought, more impressive performances in the whole streak. He beat Devil Is Due this day in only a second start on the dirt for us by about 7 lengths. And he was just a tremendous horse. I think what people don't realize behind the scenes, he battled foot problems.
Yeah.
He had a quarter crack for 1.5 years. And Bill Mott was very, very good in managing him, along with his blacksmith, Jim Bays, at the time. And when he won the Dubai World Cup, he was in the barn at South Florida and Gulfstream Park, and literally, I mean, I didn't think he was going to make the race, and then the trip took so much out of him. After the Dubai World Cup, I wasn't there, but Tim Jones, the assistant at the time, said he lay down in the stall for 3 days. He never got up for 3 days.
And when you look at the Breeders' Cup Classic picture this year, let's look at the older horses. There's no Palace Malice.
Right.
There's no Will Take Charge. Those horses are only 4 years old. Speak a little bit of the longevity of Cigar to be at that level for that long.
Well, he started his career out in California with Alex Hassinger, and then when Bill started training most of the Paulson horses, they came east, and, you know, Bill ran him on the grass the first couple of times, and then he'd always worked well on the dirt. But the testament of his longevity is really a testament to Bill and what he did and how he managed him, because everybody thinks, well, you know, he had Cigar, he won one of those races. Nobody has any idea of what went on behind the scenes to get him to those races with those foot issues. It was a tremendous job of management. The horse had a tremendous amount of heart. And as Bill used to remind us quite frequently, just take it all in. You'll never work around another animal like this, so enjoy it along the way. And, you know, Jay Hovday's book, America's Horse, that he wrote about him was just a tremendous chronicle of the 2 years we had with him. And it was a highlight of my life. I learned so much working around that horse and working with Bill through that period.
And the horse racing community certainly mourning the loss of one of our all-time greats, Cigar, passed away today at the age of 24.